Hello everyone, today we are going to take a look at the WELOCK Smart Door Locking System. This can be controlled with several modes, such as having a fingerprint reader, having RFID keys, and so on. So let's take it out of the box first. And we are greeted by a very interesting message here that this should not be resolved because of security reasons, of course, because you are going to set this up, so it's not okay to give it to someone else after you have set it up. Alright, and here we get the manual, and it's in English. We have lots of instructions here and indications, graphics, so we should have a smooth install. It also has Deutsch. So it's in actually several languages. Very good. In the box we get this cylinder, which is the smart part with the fingerprint reader here and a small display. Right, then we have the doorknob and the locking mechanism here, the locking cylinder. And we get a box here with some extra mounting hardware such as screws. There's a screwdriver and RFID cards,
and in that mode is
this metal bracket that we are going to use, and that's it. That's what's in the box. To continue the setup, we are going to need 3 AAA batteries, and if you want to use the smart app, we are going to install the WELOCK app and create an account. To install the batteries, we are going to remove this rubber cap here, and now we are going to slide out the battery compartment. And we are going to take this cap off. There is a plastic cap here, and now we are going to install the batteries. And we are going to put the cap back. It clips into position, and now we are going to slide this back in, all the way in, just like that, and you can see that this has started. It gave a motor error, but that's okay because this is disconnected. Anyway, it has initialized. You can start it from here, so you get WELOCK, but we are going to continue with that after we actually physically install it. And now to continue our install, we are first going to remove the old cylinder. You are going to need the key. This should be unlocked, and then with the screwdriver we need to remove the screw that is holding the cylinder inside. Alright, and now it should come off with fingers. And I'm going to play a bit with the key so it finds the position in which I can take the old cylinder out. The next step is to decide on which part do you want to have the locking cylinder. So if it's on the outside or on the inside, that's up to you. And then you are going to need this part, and this only installs on one side, so you need to measure and see where this is centered in working position, and then we are going to install this. To install it is very easy, but I want to show you something else first. So it's very important. You have seen that motor error at the beginning. On here you have a USB plug inside, and here on this part you have a USB plug. Then if you take out the battery module, you are going to have here a very interesting thing. It's a sliding USB connector, and you can see this part here. This one actually slides the connector, and when you move this in, it moves the connector, so it's plugged into the shaft that has the locking mechanism. So it's very important when you connect this You see here it has some markings to measure the depth, and you have here also a hole. This hole should be on this side, so it lines up with this, because you are going to put this in. Let me tighten it so this goes in. Okay, be sure that you do this gently so you do not cross thread it, and as you can see this will advance and go in, so you are adjusting its depth. And you have this screw here, so this should be a bit better as I have zoomed in, so you can see the sliding part here, this one, and the hole here should line up over that one. So you need to press this, push it, but it usually works with your hand, but if you cannot do that, just use a screwdriver or something. And that's it. It did a click, so the connector is now engaged, and now we are going to use a provided screw and lock the parts together. A very important note, in the plastic box you get several screws that are very small, but you need to use
this one, the small one, not the big one. We have also in the box this tool.
So that makes it easier for us to install the screw and
place the screw here.
Also, don't tighten this up now, because you are going to still adjust this, and if you are going to tighten this up, it's not going to slide anymore, so you are going to lock it from sliding. So let this loose or not install the screw right now, and firstly adjust the depth of the cylinder until it's proper installed, and only then tighten this up. And now you are going to continue to adjust this until it's proper, but don't overdo it, because you don't have knowledge of if this should be more in or out, and if it's not properly lined up, the locking mechanism inside is not going to work. So I give you advice, install the batteries now so we can use the motor. And you are going to unlock the door, which means that it's going to engage the mechanism inside. So the mechanism is now engaged, and do a test and see when this works, engages your lock. So this is the correct position right now, so I should actually leave it in this position and now adjust the depth more. So you need to be sure that it's lined up, and also at this moment you can also use the holding screw for the cylinder. So now all things are lined up properly, the cylinder will be locked into position, and now you can adjust the depth of the handles, the electronic one and the other one on the inside. And with this properly adjusted and the screw that holds the USB connector tightened up, it's all working and in final position. Now we need to install the knob on the other part. To install the knob, you need to take caution with this. So you have this part here which can slide something over it, and this part here with multiple holes. If this part here it's too short for you, you have an extension included that you can put over, and it goes with this part that goes over top of this, and then you are going to use this screw and it's going to hold them together so it will work for thicker doors. Then to install the knob, it's very easy. You have here a small indent here, a small tooth that slides over this part here, and on the other side you have a small hex screw which you are going to use the provided key, so you are going to lock it in position. So this one slides in like that, and now you are going to use the hex screw to secure it, and that's it. And now we have the mechanical parts installed and the electronic part, but nothing is configured. So this works with your fingerprint. It also works with RFID cards that you get included.
Is that one?
Yeah. And also this can be controlled from your phone, Bluetooth, and also WELOCK provides separately wireless hub with Bluetooth, so this can connect through Bluetooth to the wireless system and the wireless system to the cloud, and you can actually control this from the internet from everywhere. But to be able to use all of that, first thing first, you need to set up an admin password, and because this doesn't have a key lock, it's only by fingerprint, you are going to set a master administrator fingerprint. With that, you are going to lock all the functions, and this is going to be secured, so you are not being able to then reset or do anything else without using the password first. So that needs to be set. Then you can also install the app and connect to this, and you are going to use your password from this through Bluetooth also on your phone. So this becomes very secure in that means of working. To do any kind of settings on this, first thing first, you need to set the admin password. I have already did that, so to be able to show you a few things before actually configuring this, otherwise it would have been a review that was going to be too long. So to access the settings, to set the master password, you need to press this button for 5 seconds. Now it's going to ask me not for my master password but to authenticate already with that, but it's easy to follow the screen instructions. So I'm going to press that, and you can see press 5 seconds is config, please authenticate. And now with this button you can change and cycle through what you want to do. Add admin password, add user password, add a card, delete card, clear all cards, and you can see you can do whatever you want directly from this. Switch language and so on. And you can even turn Bluetooth off for even higher security if you want to. And of course I can also exit. As for the app, I highly recommend you to install this because it's very simple to do. You are going to make an account using your mobile phone, email, something like that. You can choose some options there. But the idea is that when you install this, you can actually configure to connect to this. And all those settings that you cycle in the menu are now available here. So you can authorize management, you can add cards, you can do whatever you want, and you are not going to scroll to that tiny menu, and that menu has a 2-second wait time. If you don't do anything else, it's going to go further. So it's kind of complicated to do all the settings and install new cards and new fingerprints from that. So just set the master fingerprint, then install the app, and from the app, for instance, I want to add a card. I'm going to add card here. That works from anytime. Another thing, nice thing, you can actually schedule when these are working. So if you are giving them to someone and you want it to work from one period to one period, then you can set that, or you can set it anytime. Very smart and very useful. And now I can just scan the QR code of this, just like that. And I have seen this, and it's now connecting. And now I can use this already to, you have heard the motor, to unlock the door with the card. So the app, very useful and very easy to use. Also it gives you a nice unlocking history here, and it gives you all the events and what you have used. So you can see here that it was the card, the fingerprint, and so on. Another useful thing is this USB mode. In case your batteries have died and you don't have power, and you don't have something to replace them with, and it's an emergency, you have here another USB type C. You are able to connect a power bank here and switch here from to USB power mode, and this is going to start and work, and it's emergency unlocking. It's not for charging the batteries. Batteries are not rechargeable anyway, and it's not supposed to be that, but for emergency you can use USB power to unlock the door. And if you are a fan of automatizations such as Google Home or Alexa or stuff like that, you can order the optional wireless box that I have told you to, and then you can use voice commands to unlock the door or lock the door using that module. And now a few words as a final conclusion. I like one thing about this. It's very secure, because in case someone is tampering with, so it's taking away the batteries or breaking this stuff or disconnecting the USB or smashing it with a hammer. But actually this whole thing is fully disconnected from the cylinder inside. So even if you are a lock picker, advanced lock picker, you don't have anything to lock pick on this. only if you break it apart, and even then you are not able to access the shaft properly. So it's rather good because some of these have different mechanism where you just use a pin and push something here inside and unlocks the door. This doesn't work that way, so pretty interesting. I don't know what happens in case of an emergency, if this thing will stop working, how you are going to unlock the door. That's a question to be asked the producer. I also like the fact that in the app and in this module you have options to set a master fingerprint, and you cannot install the app without having a master print installed on this first, and you also need a physical confirmation when you are setting the app. So you cannot control this from the app or from the internet if you don't have someone locally that has the master fingerprint installed and also confirms the app installment by pressing the fingerprint reader here. If you don't press this when you are installing the app, it's not going to work and it's not going to install. So that was it for now. As you've seen, this is very easy to install and to operate, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Until my next one, see you and bye bye.
Bye bye.